Beast Mode. Effective January 1st, 1978. All crossed and industrial electromechanics operations will cease. Please contact your assigned account representative for account transfers or contract settlements.
Thank you for holding. Your call is very important. The first available KIE representative will be with you shortly.
Peace mode. Effective January 1st, 1978. All parts and industrial electromechanics operations will cease. Please contact your assigned account representative for account transfers or contract settlements.
Thank you for holding. Your call is very important. The first available KIE representative will be with you shortly.
No. Oh no, I muted the mic. Oh no, everything's going wrong. Oh no. It took too long to eat chicken finger. But at least I didn't completely fuck up the phone. We're good. Everything's good. Hello, internet people. How you doing tonight? You doing good? I hope so. That was Big Louie calling me back about my account. Oh, that must be. We'll see what Louie has to say. If he keeps screaming, we'll have to tell the account manager. Oh no. So, today is a good day because I got another weird gadget. And this weird gadget is for the Commodore 64. So I have that busted back out again. And what it does is it replaces the floppy disk drive. So I have a device that's supposed to do that, but I've been having a lot of trouble with certain games in particular, and I've got an idea now.
February 1st.
But if you stop screaming altogether and just start speaking whispered tongues, we gotta talk to HR.
Industrial electromechanics operations will cease. Please contact your assigned account representative for account transfers or contract settlements.
You're in my ear, Phil. Phil, use your own phone. Phil, use your own phone. Use your own. God damn. Phil, use your own. Phil, you have a phone. Use your own phone, dude. God damn. I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into him. I don't know what's gotten into me. My God. Alright. Okay. So, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Everything has gone wrong. What was I talking about? Right. Disk drive. So, I don't know if I've talked. I probably have. I've talked about how weird of an architecture the Commodore 64 is. Feels like a dick. I know it was you who took my lunch. I had brownies, Phil. You know about those, don't you? Yeah, because you had brown shit on your face. My brownies. Fucking dick. You know what I do have is giant fuck off big Reese's peanut butter cups. It's gonna be a good day. Even if Phil took my fucking lunch. You don't even work in the same wing of the building. You had to go out of the way to take it. Oh, I had a story. There was a summer student in that we got in the office, and she was She was amazing to work with because she was just a little gremlin. In the worst way, which makes it the best way. And she during lunch, while I'm eating, sits down in the canteen and like says like, Henry, I have a plan. And I'm like, okay, what's the plan? And she says, I've planned out how to instill anarchy in the office. I'm like, how? How are you going to do that? I'm like, well, I have to erode trust. Like, how are you going to do that? She says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to every single floor. And I'm going to steal one article of food out of everyone's lunches. And I'm going to do it on every floor, so every single one, so everyone thinks it was everyone else. And if I do this right, the office will collapse. Are you going to do it? Then she just smiled. I don't think she went through with it, but I love the gumption. She ended up moving to another province to work there instead. I love her so much. She's a dreamer. The world needs its dreamers. I think my other favorite bit about her is she would fall asleep at her cubicle. Her cubicle is right beside the head of the department's office. And she'd just fucking sleep. Nobody did or said a goddamn thing. They're like, oh, summer student's sleeping. Well, that means that we can assign her some work. And that's how it went. So they would know that she's not busy because she was napping. And they're like, yeah, we're not mad that you're napping. We're mad you're not doing anything on our time. You could be training, but whatever. Alright, so enough waffling here. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, boop. They must have done some major change to this. There. There we go. Well, as long as she's getting it all done, she can eat all she wants. I kind of subscribe to that idea. If you're assigned the tasks you need and your salary, then it's up to me to allocate you more work. Like, that's not a failing of yours. Alright, let's put the old music up. My grandpa had this, he was still sore about this long after his retirement. He used to work in a steel mill doing maintenance. So he was the one who, like, ran the fan, like, fixed all the fans, did electrical work, did mechanical work. Apparently, fans in that era had oilers. So it was his job to go up there and do oiling. And sometimes maintenance would just be sitting around and playing cards on a cardboard box, and the manager would come by and give them all hell, and it's like, well, we maintained everything. It's all running. If you're mad, go break something for me. And then another guy, and then another one of the heads came by, and then another. Commodore 64 and a pint, as God intended. Yep, that's right. I'm being a little cheeky, though. So, God, I don't know if this is white like white trash of me or not, but what I did is I ordered Wendy's chicken fingers and I got a Diet Coke with it, and I had a little bit of Fernet left, so I put the Fernet in the Wendy's Coke. So I've got a Fernet and Coke. Well, that's the thing about maintenance. Once you're done, there's nothing to do. That's exactly it, right? You have to do. If there's no maintenance to be done, you did your job. Like, what do you do? Right? So he was still bitter about that. It's like it was one of the few jobs he had where if he did his job right, he got shit for it because they told him he wasn't doing anything. You can't do some bullshit to look busy like you can with other jobs. He said that when I went out drinking with him once, well, I say once, I used to go out with him every Friday drinking. He told me what they did was they were playing cards in the back, but they would always have one guy who, just on a rotation, would move a box back and forth for 30 minutes. They would just pick up a box and move it to the other side of the building. And that was his job for 30 minutes. And then he'd sit down, and since there was like 5 of them, he was like, well, let's see, half an hour times 5. So if things were slow, you'd all sit down, play cards, and one guy every 30 minutes would just go out there, so you wouldn't have to do it for like 2.5 hours. It was great. It's in the box that explodes if you don't move it. We're doing important work here. Well, nobody asks what you're doing. They just care if you're not doing anything. So like, what are you doing? They're like, it's parts. Parts for what? It's the fan. Or boiler. Or heater. Or furnace. Sorry, not heater. I should probably start the computer up. I just did a... Okay, good. Whew. So this Commodore 64 has been modified more than I care to admit. Parts for the stuff that does the thing, and everyone's like, yeah, fair enough. So I have this thing going on with it where, I say thing going on with it. When I bought this, the board itself was starting to decompose. So how PCBs are put together is that you have fiberglass that's soaked in resin, and you layer them together with resin. So if you have like a 5-layer PCB, you take this resin-soaked fiberglass, you cure it to make a sheet, then you apply copper traces above it and below it, and you can start sandwiching them together to make more layers. For some reason, this one, the resin started to decompose, so there was just like fiberglass. So I took it out, and I got this really neat replacement board called the Melius from a guy called DIY Chris. And one of the neat things about this is, because there's different software for Europe and North America, you have to run a European or American Commodore to run it. Because while the computers are architecturally the same, there was a cost-cutting measure that fundamentally changed how they work, which is that the CPU speed is connected. Sorry, the circuitry to run the CPU speed is tied to tapped into a circuit to control the video. So that means that your CPU speed is defined by how fast the display runs on your TV. Which means you have to have 2 chips and 2 different timing circuits. So I just moved it to the American one yesterday to see if everything was okay. And I put it back before stream, and I forgot to check if I got it all right, because if you get it wrong, I think you fry something. But it works. But that's not the thing we're checking today. I got a new disk drive solution. So, I know I've harped about the Commodore 64's disk drive before, but another cost-cutting measure Commodore did, was they didn't put any faculties on board to control a floppy disk drive. So their solution was, we're going to have a serial port, and then when they made the drive, they put all of the brains to run the drive in the drive. Which means it is way more complex than most other disk drives. So much so, in fact, that if you take the real one and you pop it open, it's got most of the same chips the Commodore 64 has in it. It's got the processor, it's got the kernel ROM, it just doesn't have the character ROM, and I think it has BASIC. So like most of the chips the Commodore 64 has are in the disk drive. Or at least most of the important ones. So they're really hard to reproduce. And so I have a Raspberry Pi pretending to be the whole disk drive. And I think it's just not quite cutting it. So with a little bit of with a payout from Twitch, yeah, Twitch paid me out like $40. It's insane the kind of shit they did when we didn't know how to efficiently make a computer. Right? Like some of the tricks to make things cheap and accessible for the average consumer was like madness. Sir Clive Sinclair is a really good example of a guy who just made electronics cheap and accessible by doing crazy shit. So what I was getting at is, what I bought was something called the Ultimate 2 Plus, and what it does is it replaces the disk drive with a cartridge. We got to make this computer 2 computers so it can read floppy disks. They're like, well, why are we doing that? Well, when we tried to make the one computer do the job, it became too expensive. So, what I'd like to check here, I'm just going to get this. I'm going to start this up, get a controller. I swear, this battery is not holding a charge in this controller. Alright. Start the MU. There we go. Alright. So, the Ultimate 2, yeah, it replaces the 1541, which is the bog standard Commodore disk drive, with a cartridge. And the cartridge pretends to be the disk drive, and it can run cartridges, and you can buy a little add-on which makes it also pretend to be the tape, but I'm quite proud of my cobbled together junk, and the cobbled together junk one works really well anyway, so I'm not buying that add-on. So here's the other thing. Because the 1541 has a whole extra computer in it. Yeah, remember when companies would make their products affordable because the masses wouldn't buy it if the price was egregious? Cough, cough, Nintendo fans, I'm coming for you. People are like, I don't want to pay $700 for a game. And it's like, okay, well, don't buy it. I'm not saying pirate it, but like, I don't know, maybe having ADHD is better than I think it is, because I'll go, oh man, I wish I could have that, but I can't right now. Oh, I'm sad. Oh look, that car is really bright blue, and then I forget about it for like 3 years. And now everything's on liquidation. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember wanting that. Well, I guess I can have it now. And then away we go. Alright, so... one of the things I was suspecting was happening with this computer was the stability problems may have been a problem with emulating the computer in the 1541 with the Raspberry Pi. So this is supposed to handle... This is supposed to simulate the 1541 much better. One of the things that's really tough to do with the disk drive, the 1541, is that it has very tight, precise timing, and if you get the timing wrong, loading malfunctions. And the other thing is, because it's a full-blown computer in the 1541, with its own processor, its own RAM, its own operating system on a ROM, is some developers found that you could be a little cheeky and you could load programs into the disk drive and run them on the disk drive. So the bog standard ROM handles commands. So the Commodore sends a command to the disk drive. The disk drive's computer then processes that request. It controls the disk drive and gives the data back. That transfer is apparently really slow. So some developers found out that what you can do is preload a program into the 1541 to speed up loading. So you can make your own bespoke loader to transfer data around. And the problem with that is that some developers didn't expect that people would keep using the disk drive in one sitting afterwards. And so sometimes you have this problem where you load a game or you load this program and then you can't load any other programs anymore because the code that they loaded onto the 1541's onboard computer is still there. And so it was a pain in the ass to power cycle the Pi. This is supposed to handle that better. So here's what we'll do. We're gonna test with a demo, because that's the standard. If I don't crash in a demo, then if I don't crash in a demo, then I know that the computer is in good condition. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start with a demo and then start playing some games. So I know this one tanked. This one just wouldn't run at all. So we'll give this one a try. So we're gonna go enter. And I did skim the manual here, so I think I have an idea on how to handle this, but I might be fumbling for a little while here. So too old A. So this is side A. I don't know what unlinked is. Mount disk read only on B? How about mount disk? Okay. How about run disk? Let's run the disk. Oh yeah, it also simulates the sound of the disk drive. So I put that into the... I patched that into the video capture too. I think I put too much Fernet in this Coke. This is running way better already. Okay. I didn't even get to the title before. So I'm wondering how many of my hardware issues weren't hardware issues at all. If you can't get the natural disk drive scuff, synthetic is fine. Yes. I plan on eventually buying a second-hand, but I'm in zero rush. I think that's the way to go. Like, sometimes it's fun to be on the cutting edge. This is impressive as fuck, holy shit. 985 kilohertz processor doing this shit. It's crazy, isn't it? The shit people can do is crazy. So what I like about this one is instead of having like one team make like a 5 or 10 minute demonstration, they approached a bunch of teams and said, hey, can you bash out something in like 5, that's like, I don't know, a minute? 2 minutes? Then we get shit like this. We didn't get anywhere close to this. So I think a lot of my issues were emulation problems of the 1541. Now here's the other thing. Demos rely really heavily on precise timings from the 1541. So they'll send commands at a very special time to get the data they need, and they expect it to arrive at a very specific time interval. And if you miss that, the whole demo can fall apart. If you saw this on your Commodore 64 back in the day, it would be like seeing the face of God. I'd go so far as to say that some programmers were almost viewed as gods. I will say, this is how folks would get jobs back in the day. Funnily enough, some of the people who wrote these demos are still doing programming. You might be able to find them. Actually, some really infamous musicians who make demos here landed jobs doing compositions for video games primarily. I must say, I'm pretty chuffed. I'm pretty chuffed. This is working out really well. Ugh. Hi. I forgot my hold music is still up. You know, I don't mind the extra Fernet in my Coke. Because I do like the herbal taste. But goddamn. I feel like I could start a lighter by burping at it. I have no idea what I just said there. Could probably burn my own breath. There's only room for one blue-green freak on an old screen around here, chucklefuck. How dare. The G. Henry isn't really can't hurt you. Really. In its defense, it's just saying hi. He's just saying hi. Like, here's the other thing I like about these demos. Some of them are like really showing off something technical, like finding a bug or an exploit to get extra performance, or add a function or feature that shouldn't be possible. And then some of them are just artistic. That's something I think I'll always appreciate about the demo scene. Some of these make Commodore show colors it can't, and then some are like, here's a fucking freak and he's looking at you. And then there's some where it's like, yeah, you know you can only have 8 sprites on screen, right? Well, guess what, fucko? Here's 9. And then some that are like this, like super high resolution shit. Okay. Maybe it's a hot take, I don't know. I shouldn't say I don't know what hot takes are, but I'm not good at them. When people talk about in creepypastas seeing something hyper-realistic on screen, how much you want to bet they're talking about shit like this? Calling the super high resolution is funny, but I fully understand what you mean. Well, I'm gonna stick my neck out here, and I'm gonna say that a lot of analog horror is probably an entire generation not familiar with old digital technology getting scared at how it fails. Because it fails in horrible ways, like screeching at you, or like showing distorted graphics, or you have things like your favorite little video game character suddenly like losing its face because they put a sprite over top of the character's face to make the expression, and it didn't load, so now you have a faceless Mr. Fluffy or whatever. Alright. So we'll go disk B. Well, I don't want it to write anything, so let's mount this read only. I saw an analog horror game where the dev didn't even know how to put a VHS in. The character put it in long ways. I felt so old. I love that. I don't know why that amuses me so much, but it fucking does. This one's pretty cool. Yeah, it's holding its own. A little toy boat. That's my favorite loading screen. Just a little toy boat. Look into my eyes. And one thing I don't like about the demo scene, they keep doing this shit. I can barely read it. And tell me what I see. You know what's one thing emulation will never truly capture that makes playing on retro hardware superior? What's that? Unlimited Bobs? There can be only one. Welcome back. He's Bob. I don't know who Bob is. But apparently Bob has been missed. Color bleed. Yes. That's a skill that's no longer needed, but goddamn if it didn't do some cool shit. This one's neat. So this one's a technical demonstration. Funnily enough, there's color bleed, and then NTSC artifacting is another cool one. So the original Apple, playing my original retro pixel art game on an HD screen, is doing the game a massive disservice. It was never meant to be seen that way. You're taking those beautiful sprites and taking a cheese grater to them. Well, in some cases, yeah, the image was designed in such a way that it's supposed to have bleed in order to look correct. Or there's some special effects in retro games that require that bleeding. The other one is NTSC artifacting. That one's pretty cool. So the Apple II does that. So what the Apple II does is there is no actual color hardware on board an Apple II. What they're doing is they're using black and white, but they're deliberately drawing the pixels at the wrong time. And in doing so, because of a quirk in how color NTSC was implemented, you get the wrong color. But you get the wrong color predictably when you send color information at the wrong time. So how it drew those colors was by sending the video information at precisely the wrong time. In that case, it was easier to emulate because they knew what the color should be, and they knew what, in software, it wasn't aware of how to do that wrong timing, so it was easy to emulate that, but in the case of, like, color bleed, no, not really. You can get filters to get pretty close, but it's just not the same. Like, one that I think is the most on the nose, or I think the one that's at least the most demonstrated these days, is Sonic's Waterfall. And the whole reason they can get it transparent is they knew that on a CRT, the colors would bleed together. So they just interleave the two colors. Like one row of the background, one row of the waterfall. Ooh. Sonic's Waterfall and Castlevania's character portraits. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the character portraits for Symphony of the Night, yeah? Alright, so if that's the end... Okay, I know I said I'd switch to games, but I think there's one in here that's much too powerful. That's the good shit. I think it's Wonderland? I think. So if this is the one I think it is... Yeah, this is 4 discs. Okay. If this one goes through, I think this is going to be the penultimate verification that the computer's in good condition. Oh, somebody sent me a... Oh. Yeah, we're already gone way farther. Way farther already. They sent me a clip, and it was somebody took one of those hard drive emulators for retro computers, and one of the features it had was it would simulate the sound of the hard drive head clicking as it moved around. And so they replaced the seek and the click sounds with Arnold Schwarzenegger going, "How?" See, now I bet you this would look so much better on a CRT. Oh, I like the shadow. That was nice. That was a nice touch. You're running this on an actual Commodore, aren't they attached to their monitors? What I'm doing in this case is I'm taking the composite output, I'm running it through a composite to RGB converter, I'm then running that through an open source scan converter, I'm running that to a video capture device, which then goes to my computer. So I'm watching and hearing this through OBS. But yes, in a normal case, you'd also have a paired Commodore monitor, and that monitor would just be the path of least resistance, because it also has speakers built into it. Yeah, I forgot demos did this. But yeah, under normal circumstances, if I was playing this by myself, I would have a CRT to play it on. But in this case, no, we're not. This is gonna get NSFW. I hope I don't get dinged. I'm fairly confident I won't get dinged. I'm fairly confident, emphasis on fairly confident, that I checked all of the demos for boobs, and I'm fairly confident there aren't any. At least none there. That's all I can promise. Some of these demos can get racy. Yeah, it's holding up. Holy hell. Actually, the other thing I was worried about is the processor okay? know what? I should put a heatsink on it while this is running. But something tells me I'm gonna smoke it if I'm not careful. Wait, where is my heatsink? Where are my heatsinks? Alright, if somebody sees something inappropriate, use the bell. I don't mind Bob's in my demos, but I don't think Twitch would like them. I concur. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're good. I sat down and I was full of static. Alright. Next. Map disk read only. I should be paying attention to the demo and looking for bugs and glitches. But I gotta cut this thermal tape. Alright. That should do. Did I accidentally grab 2 layers? Oops. Hey, that one's pretty cool. Now, I have no idea how they're able to do that one. That's amazing. Do you think this feels euphoric or horrific for the Commodore? I bet you this is terrible for it. Puts it in a real bad state. Oh yeah, that processor's hot. I'm putting thermal tape on that. Alright. Chat, I'm fiddling with it live. Is what I'm doing stupid and bad? Yes. Could it tank the demo? Yes. Okay, well that thermal tape's certainly doing its job. It already hurts. We're going, whoa, that's amazing, and your Commodore suffers in the fires of hell. Hell's Fiddler. There we are. Heat sinks applied. Put the case back together. Okay, we got it. That was kind of cool. The effect they're doing with the tower, where like the bottom moves faster than the top. All right, disc 3. Now disc read only. I think it's supposed to be using the different version of the sound chip. There are 2 versions of the chip, you see. Oh yeah, it's expecting the other chip. You ever know? Does anyone know what I'm talking about when I say that it smells hot? Soiled it. Yep. Oh, there was some glitch going on there. Wrong with this wrong chip having ass. Yep. I right fucked up. Yes, hot tech has a very distinct smell. Well, it doesn't smell burning right now, it just smells hot. If it smells like burning, I'm gonna take a picture of it for my own reference and then... Oh shit, the ads hit. Oh, I should have waited for the ad break, actually. Oh well. We're just watching a demo. We're not doing any, like, crazy rip-your-face-off gameplay. Cool effect. Oh, I thought there was a number on their head. That was pretty cool. I don't get it. What was that supposed to be? Oh, something tells me this is not going to be good. I feel like there was a narrative that I have not absorbed. I concur. I think I missed most of that. Does anybody else notice the record grooves are flickering with the sound, like with the sound that's being played. Anyone else see that? That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, let's get the last disc in. That's rad. That's so fucking cool. Oh no, it's a wrap. You know what? Fuck it, let him. Let him have fun. How are they doing this? I shouldn't say, how do I know? How are they doing this shit? The answer is, I don't know. You know this guy is paper white. One thing I will say is, despite the Commodore being an American company, the people who took it on the most was Europe. So I'm gonna say a lot of these folks are European. So much so, in fact, that I had to put this into European mode with those jumpers to play this demo. Oh, okay, so that's the story. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say this thing passes. I'm not gonna fix the duct tape and shit on this thing. But my basket case actually runs.
Nobody move. This is the top. What the fuck is the problem, man? You're the problem. You can't do this. We're down with sensitive defining shit. Tell it to the lawyers down at the station. Get in the car.
Neat. And that's it. Holy shit. A cop, kill it, ew, before it comes inside. No. No, you need a warrant, get out of here. Okay, let's try. Okay, there was one game that didn't, oh, I know which to do. I know which to do. Don't none of you snitch. Just act cool. Just act cool. Don't say nothing. Oh, I have a status update on, I was saying a few, last week's stream. I can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday. How I was at the mall. It's now safe to turn off your computer screen. Drag me back to when playing outside was as fun as playing on the computer. Yes. I miss my Windows 95 computer. I miss computers that fucking worked. Which is saying something, because Windows 95 did not work. It was better than ME, but still. Right, so the story. So, I said, in one of the streams last week how I was at the mall. I had chocolate bunnies in a bag in one hand and my briefcase in another with, like, my work laptop, some confidential bank stuff, and, I mean, my own stuff. And the guy walked up to me and was trying to shake my hand. I miss computers that didn't force me to update them. Yeah, that's a genie we can't put back in the bottle because people chose to be dicks. But, so the guy... So, to recap, a guy walks up to me and he says, "Hi, I'm new around here," and he extends his hand for me to shake, but both my hands are full. So I look at both, and so I looked at him real confused like, or real vapid like, and then he says, "Hey, cool bag, can I see inside it?" And then he reaches for it, and then he's grabbed the handle, I'm holding the handle. I hadn't let it go, and I said, "I can't let you do that because I've got important stuff in there." And then he gets upset. Well, not upset. He looked unhappy, and then he changed the subject. And then immediately walked away. And I was recounting the story to one of my coworkers, and he gave me the most flat, disappointed stare I've one of the most flat, disappointed stares I've seen in a long time. He says, "Henry, the guy was trying to steal your bag." And I was like, no. I was like, oh, poor guy, must have been, like, developmentally challenged, wasn't picking up, like, you know, proper clues. Because, like, some of his justifications was like, "Hey, look, I'm new, cut me some slack, I'm new, let me see in the bag." So it's like, I thought maybe the fella had, like, a developmental issue. And he went, "No. He was trying to get you to put your bag down to shake his hand, and he was going to steal the bag and run. That's what they do. That's the tactic. That's the con." Like, really? He's like, "Yeah, and that's why the guy looked at you annoyed, is you didn't clue in that he was trying to get you to put the bag down. Congratulations, Henry. You are so socially inept. Social engineering attacks don't work on you." And I realized there's an irony to be appreciated here. That I was so dense, it didn't occur to me that the guy was trying to con me. Or, like, trying to steal my bag. And I'm walking away going, "Oh, poor guy must be a bit slow." And that guy's probably like, "I can't believe this. I can't believe that dude. Like, how does he not pick this? How does he not pick these clues up? What the hell?" I mean, you didn't fall for the con. Task failed successfully. It's just, I don't know. I thought that was funny. Just afterwards. Being like, "Oh, I only got out of that because I was being stupid. Oh." Oh, if anyone, it would be me. Alright, fast load or compatible load will go. All my friends at Conman School are gonna fucking laugh at me because of this idiot. Just Mr. Magoo'd my way out of that. Read the manual or play the game? Game. Alright. Everyone be cool. Don't tell nobody. I should have chose fast load. Oh yeah, so when they were saying fast load or compatible load, what they were actually asking is, can we load code into the disk drive? This game was purchased illegally and is on a floppy disk. Don't tell nobody I copied that floppy. I'm gonna get in trouble. Don't tell a soul. Don't tell Sega. I should have done fast load. The tension is... You copied that floppy, Henry. That's like the one thing they told you not to do. Why did you do that? That's very not cool. Is it hot in here, or is it just me? No, it's just me. There's too much Fernet in this cola. Come on, man. Come on. Can't possibly. It can't possibly take this long. Oh no. Oh no. Well, you know what? We got time to chat about things. Great, so now there's an opportunity to talk about things and I've completely blanked. So I love anti-piracy because it's always like, don't copy this thing that can make infinite copies. No, stop. Don't use the product you paid for how you want to. Stop it. No. Don't burn that CD. No, buy a new one for every computer you own. No. Yeah. I'm of the stance of, it's mine. I'm going to do with it what I want. So long as I'm not, like... Me making a copy for myself is not stealing. And my defense for... Well, I shouldn't say my defense, because that implies I've been doing it, which I haven't, but... There is a provision for holding a game for... I think it's like 24 hours, or like holding copyrighted material for 24 hours for the purpose of, like, research. Or, like, investigating. Also, another cool thing, some libraries let you rent video games like you're renting a book. And the Edmonton Public Library lets you do that. I think that's pretty cool. I absolutely love that. I've not used it because they don't have any games. Load full game into RAM expansion unit immediately? Yes. Oh, that's the other thing this device does. Oh, that's going to be a lot more loading. They, this 1541 Ultimate 2 also can simulate a RAM expander. So this Commodore 64 no longer has 64 kilobytes of work RAM. It's got... I told it to put 16 megabytes in. Not that anyone's going to use 16 megabytes on this thing, but, I mean, go big or go home. Like, being anti-piracy is the most weenie stance ever. Oh, you're going to tell on me for stealing a thing that isn't real and is infinite? There was an art piece, and I forget who made it. But it's just called the, it's called, I think, the Sony Bankruptor. And what it is Sony made a statement, something to the effect of, every time somebody pirates, we lose like $300 or something like that. Like something absolutely absurd. So this artist made a piece called the Sony Bankruptor, and what it does is it's a song that the artist bought, and he put it on an MP3, and there are like three microcontrollers. One microcontroller sends a copy to the other microcontroller, and then the third microcontroller counts how many times it happened and how much money he has in effect costed Sony by just sending the MP3 between the two storages and cataloging it. And I love that. It's just so showing just how full of shit the industry is when they talk about piracy in that way. I know that pirate software is is a dirty name to say now, but I agree with his stance that a majority of piracy is an accessibility issue, where people generally don't want to steal things. They want the thing. So if you make it accessible to them, they'll buy it. And a great example of that is this Commodore 64. The reason it's built so fucked up, and I'm saying this affectionately, so fucked up, is to make it cheap so that people would buy it. And it worked. This is why this platform was, actually still is, the world record holder for like the most computers ever bought. People don't want to buy a bootleg computer. They don't want a computer that fell off a truck. What they want is a computer. How they get it is something else. So I don't think people want to steal a video game. I think they just wanted to play. What was another? There was another game. It was called No Time to Explain. And they realized that. So what they chose to do was they made a special version of the game and they put it up themselves, and it's the pirated copy, or the pirate copy. And the pirate copy, the only difference in gameplay was the main character always has a pirate hat on. So you know you pirated it, but at the same time you still have access to it. Insert side B and press fire to continue. Alright. Mount read only. And press fire. It's like streaming services. People were willing to stop pirating back when it was like, hey, now you can watch literally anything for $5 a month. But now it's, hey, you can watch our stuff and all the worst Brad Pitt movies for $300 a day. And people went back to, fuck you, I'm putting the hat back on. It's so interesting being of that demographic. I didn't buy streaming services because, admittedly, as I got older, I didn't really watch TV. I tend to operate everything off of the computer. And so I'd watch YouTube. But I recall many of my friends, like, yeah, giving up piracy when Netflix came around, because that was exactly it. If for $5 a month, you could just watch any movie you wanted, and it worked. And then, yeah, companies wanted their piece of the pie, so they made artificial scarcity again. They siloed it, they islanded all of this media, and then they want a massive upcharge for it than what they used to. And the companies are like, we can take the content you pay for away whenever we want. That's the one that irks me. If you can go back in and claw it back, then I never bought it. I had rented it. If it's purchased, there's an ownership transfer. That's my... Yeah. To me, if you've purchased it, there's an ownership transfer. And if you go back and claw it back from me afterwards, you stole it from me, not the other way around. You will own nothing and like it. You will sleep in the pod, eat the bugs, and own nothing. You know, that's something I want to try at least once. Cicada bread. I probably won't like it, but what I would want is a BLT made of cicada bread. Just once. This is why I like GOG. I really should patronize GOG more. Because a lot of that abandonware, like that middle of the road, kind of sort of not really piracy because the company exists but the media doesn't. I'd do away with all that nonsense if I could buy it on GOG, which you usually can. Oh, game's on. Like, Nintendo glazers are insane, because they'll go $60 a year to have all of these emulators is a great deal. My brother in Christ, you are renting the privilege to play emulated ROMs. My favorite bit is, to start with... Actually, I think I want to bounce the video capture. Excuse me a moment. I think it drifted a little too far out. Alright, Flint audio. There we go. Oh, that's much better. So, in the early days of the Switch's emulator offering, folks took a look at the ROMs that were being emulated, and some of them still had the headers. Your computer can emulate all these games, I promise. Stop giving Nintendo money. They do actually nothing. Like, at the beginning, yeah, so in the early stages of the emulator service, folks took a look at the ROMs themselves. They dumped them and took a look, and some of them still had the header from the piracy group that robbed them in the, like, not robbed them, that, like, ripped them in the first place. So, not even Nintendo had a copy of these, so they had to go get a pirated copy of their own games. I just think there's an irony to be appreciated there, that the only people who are actually holding a copy of any of this are the people who stole it. They did that, and then they got that piracy site shut down. Actually, the ROMs we didn't care enough to preserve, fuck you and die now. Yeah, the fucking audacity, man. If I was a meaner fella... Well, I shouldn't say if I was a meaner fella, because not that this would be effective anyway. But if I was a meaner fella and I had influence and I heard that kind of shit going on, the first thing I'd do is just start a campaign saying that Nintendo's contributed nothing to video games. Because the moment they go, no, that's not true, my counter is prove it. And they can't, because they've destroyed everything that proved what they have historically done. Like, even they don't have all of the games that they had published. Okay, so I know there's a video capturing issue here because this is supposed to alternate between Sonic and the bubble, and it's not. Like, it cannot take that much space to use, like, one server to store all the ROMs you've ever made. You're Nintendo. You have infinity money. I will not comment on the total space required to hold a copy of every NES ROM ever released. Oh, come on, they make infinite money. I shouldn't say they make infinite money. They make a metric shit ton. They could afford to do it. Oh, what is this? I'd pay $1 for like a terabyte of cloud storage. There's no excuse. My stance is they're not making the old ones accessible because they think that'll detract from new ones. And my stance is if your new stuff isn't entertaining, then so if nobody's buying your new stuff because they like their old stuff, then your new stuff isn't entertaining. Like, I know I'm gonna sound a little bit pretentious saying this, but video games have come a long way now, and back in the day, it used to just be a time killer, a quick way to spend, like, kill 5 or 10 minutes with your friend. Yeah, a quick way to spend, like, 5 or 10 minutes with your friend and play Pong or something. And how you made those games was they were mainly just bit flips and CPU register tricks. Yeah, to just burn time. But as computing became more advanced and the amount of compute power these types of devices has gone up, it's gone from just being a dumb way to burn time to, well, a canvas you can paint on. You know? So now it's gone from being, just, to being something dumb like football. Well, I say dumb like football. To something like football, where everybody's a block, to being a way you can tell a story or try something new or experimental. Go so far as to call it art. Well, sometimes it's art. Sometimes folks just want to make that dumb as rocks time killer. And that's fine too. Oh. Damn it. I shouldn't have to sit and hope that they release my favorite games on their paywalled emulator to play those games officially. Which is funny, because people caught on to, like, the NES and the SNES Mini, and they found out that, oh, it's just an emulator. Oh, fuck off. God damn it. How did that not work? Like, when everybody else is practically doing their work for them, and they're still finding a way to just either phone it in or whatever. That's the other thing, you're paying for the privilege of eventually having a game you like added to the emulators because of their stupid drip feed releases, because these emulators aren't for retro fans, they're for modern fans to open when they're bored and go, oh, there's something new. There was something interesting with the SNES Mini, where they published a previously unreleased game. And it was Star Fox 2. So they had it all like prepped and ready to go, they just never published it. And I thought, it's like, well, if you're just gonna... I don't know, I'm of the stance that if you can't pull a profit off of it because, I don't know, the platform is retired and spending the money to make the cartridges isn't worth it, why would you vault it? I don't know, my stance is if I spent all that work making something like that, I wouldn't publish it, but maybe I'd at least just put it out. Say like, hey, we couldn't finish this, we gave up on it, here. But this is why I don't run a business. Something tells me that's a terrible idea. Well, at least in the modern, corporate landscape, that's probably a bad idea, but, I mean, that's what I would like to do. Because they would rather hoard it in the hope that they might make money off of it someday than give it to you for free. I was given a quick crash course on how it works, and what they do is when they vault it, they can write it off as a loss, and it costs them less in taxes. Or like they can use it against their taxes to not pay as much next year. And I guess Hollywood does this. So it's mainly a Hollywood thing, but video game publishers do this as well. Uh-oh. Is that a game over? No, but that was a checkpoint, and that was pretty great. Okay, now it's game over. Do I get to continue? This is working so well. The last time I played this on stream, it crashed in about 5 minutes of play. We've been playing for like, what, 30 minutes? Oh, that scared me. Oh, God. Orangs. There we go. Okay. How many acts are in... How many acts are in Sonic regularly? So I don't think this is a port. I think this is a partial re-implementation, but I think it's one of the other versions of Sonic than... Well, it's obviously not the Sega Genesis one. No. Do they not let me have any rings? Whoa! Oh. I'm gonna get completely crushed here. Oh, he got me. Game over. Over of game. Aha! This one's gonna be tricky. I might get a game over. I did. I did get a game over. How did I get 2 bounces the last time? Okay, that was fun. That was pretty cool. So there's another one, another game that I could never really get running properly. So let's see if I can get that one loaded up. And that was... I know we spent a lot of time loading it for me to just give up. In hindsight, I should have done the fast loader, but... Alright, where is it here? Possible Mechanicus... Well, Mechanicus never worked either. But let's go with... Actually, let's load something faster. Mechanicus. So Mechanicus is pinball. We'll play a little bit of pinball. We finally get to play all of the games that I couldn't play earlier. And loading. Any minute now. There we are. Did it. The duck! It appears! Push space. Okay, space. The duck is here. The duck has come to witness the glory of Mechanicus. The duck helped. The duck was being very helpful. I still think it's a dick. Enter. Space. Oh, there we go. Holy hell, it runs. Also, the music's really good. But it's only on the title, because that's how most of these games are. And now it is time for pinball. Sorry, we blew all the budget on the title sequence. Here's a tuna sandwich. Wait, do I have to play on the keyboard? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is going to be amazing. I switch this to Bluetooth mode. Left and right. Oh my god. Okay, so up, down. So up and left. How about A and Z? What's the other one? Holy hell! Okay. I don't like that undulating thing. Get ready, player one. Which button does the launch? Space? Is it space? Which button? Which button? It kind of looks like those are the skeleton's little hands, and he's equally excited. He's like, yeah, we're gonna do it, yeah. So excited, yeah. Okay, is it, F1? Oh, it is F1. Okay, so one of the other features I put in, so there's this little module, and this module sits in between the motherboard and the keyboard cable, and it lets you hook up Bluetooth wireless controllers. Wireless Bluetooth controllers. Sorry, the Fernet. The Fernet and the Fernet & Coke is hitting me harder than I thought. And one of the less known features is they said, oh yeah, I set it up so you can also just use a Bluetooth keyboard. And my keyboard has a little knob on it that switches to Bluetooth mode. These physics are impressive for a Commodore, but my god, are they janky. I'm gonna go so far as to say that one of the ultimate tests of computer capability is how it handles pinball. Because yes, I know, can it play Doom? Doom is like the... Oh my god. I'm bad at pinball, by the way. Yeah, there's can it play Doom? And like most computers... Like one of the benchmarks to do you have a general purpose computer is can it run a port of Doom? But my stance is, if it can't play Doom, the next test is, can it do pinball? Because there's a lot of computing you need to do to properly play pinball on a computer. Well, and play it well. See, that's why things were better when Space Pinball was on computers. I concur. "3D Space Cadet." Space Cadet was a fun one. Remember when your computer just came with games? Yeah, I miss that. When every office computer had Solitaire on it and they couldn't take it out. Ooh, I've never done that before. I miss when computers were fun. I miss when computers had whimsy. Like, a lot of the like really boring technical terms we use now for computers originally had goofy names. Or, sorry, were originally whimsical, goofy names, and we kind of did away with that. Like, a computer booting comes from a computer bootstrapping, which was a guy saying a computer pulling itself up by its bootstraps, which was originally like a paradoxical thing, like telling somebody to do something themselves that they're not capable of doing, which was the joke. We still have MS Paint, but they gentrified her. No. Okay. One more time with feeling. And then we'll go to Creatures. So Creatures is one that it's a really neat game. I think it's a neat game. It's animated really well. But I can... How did I do that? Huh. I think the universe is trying to tell me something. I think the world is trying... I think fate is trying to tell me I'm bad at pinball. Beep. Yeah, we're doing it. Chat, we're pinballing. Chat, we're pinballing. We're pinballing. We're doing it. Oh, I'm not doing it. I fucked up. Not doing it. What have I done? He's not balling. He's not bowling. No. No. Wee. Now we're doing pinball and shit. Look at it go. Oh my god, that pinball is balling around. I don't know. I'd be so bad as a sports commentator. That ball be doing ball things, surely. Yup. Yeah, yep. Yep, he's playing sports. Oh, he's playing sports. Oh, that ball be bouncing. Well, he threw that ball and it went real good now. He threw that ball and it went real far. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, if that went in that little punishment back alley thing there, I'd be so miffed. No. No. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay. I'd be a bad sports commentator because I'm bad at being objective. And here comes Philip. He's a fucking dick. Doesn't matter how good he plays, he just sucks. Oh boy, here he comes, back on his bullshit. Actually, you know what? I would watch a commentator who was funny, but just hated their job. And Rogers, the cheating bastard, had a pretty good season. If you don't talk about all the cheating on his wife, but hey, he tosses the pigskin like no other. I would love a sports commentator who just hated their job, but was also just really funny. Oh boy. Here he comes. Again. To the plate. Wonder if he's gonna pick a fight with the umpire like last time. Everybody will get excited like every other time, instead of getting sick of them. So we should read it. Here comes Darby. You can see the roid rage on his face from here. They say they checked him and that he was clean. I also say that any man can be bought. And considering how much they pay the players, it's not that far off to say how much they paid the guy who was testing at the lab. Mercy me, that's still too hot. Could probably do with a bigger heatsink on that. The processor's much better, though. Oh. I don't know why pinball's considered a sport, but not that they pay me worth a damn, but hey, where else do I get to sit in an air-conditioned room and talk about baseball and get paid for it? You filthy animals. I'm gonna be honest, fellas, I don't know sports. I just lied about it. But then again, Everybody cheats in this game. Here we go again with the long-awaited creatures. I think one of my favorites is when the game is the most, like, nauseatingly cutesy thing imaginable, but the crack-tro is so hardcore. Like, here comes poison, 10,000%, call our BBS, we crack everything, fuck the government, bringing you Fluffy Bunny 3. There's something fantastic about that to me. We did it cause Thrasher loves the Fluffy Bunny series! Yeah! God fucking do! It's an art piece you wouldn't understand! It's more deep than you realize! I just lied about it, but now people tune in to the radio to hear me commentate. They don't even want to know about the game. They just want the insider info on which of the players has explored each other's bodies, which is all of them. That's... Hey Joe, which do you think is worse, cheating on... I'm gonna... I thought I had a bit there and it just slipped out of my head. I gotta say, I think I put way too much Fernet in that Fernet and Coke. Probably for the best anyway, that bottle was getting old. I think I bought it like 6 months ago. The bottle was like all... I had to wash the cap of the bottle to get it loose. Alright, so we're gonna hit space. Or is it enter? No. Down. F1. How am I supposed to... Fire. Come on. How do I move this forward? What the hell? Okay. Bluetooth. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Rockstar? Like the Rockstar? I don't think Rockstar existed when this was made. I think the hacker group was called Rockstar. But I mean, who better to know programming than people who crack video games? I assumed. Okay, I would say that would be a pretty awesome start. It's like, yeah, we used to crack video games and pirate, but then we realized it was really fun to make our own. Oh, by the way, Creatures is an acronym, which stands for Clyde Radcliffe exterminates all the unfriendly, repulsive, earth-ridden slime. To be frank, it's hard to tell. Sometimes these are, like, from the 1980s, and sometimes they're, like, from last month. Which is crazy. There are still people developing for these things. Oh, shit. So, the ad... I've kind of gone through 2 ad breaks here, but I need to get a refill of water, so we don't mind if I put us on standby for a bit, do you? I'll let the music go while I fetch some more water and get a quick stretch here. So, don't go too far, I'll be back shortly. Thanks for being patient, everybody. Okay, I have water. I have stretched. And we're ready to go for the next 2 hours. And now... Okay, stage 1. Sorry, stage 1.1. Lily Lakes leading to Caves of Slime. Why did the music not play? Oh, right, it's sound effects or music, but not both. So what's interesting is this guy is Clyde Radcliffe. He can spit fire, or you hold it, he can blow fire. And he has 1 HP. No, I was wrong. Oh, it's 2 hits. It's 2 hits. There we go. And... I think this is a good mechanic. So you can either do a full-powered blast right in front of you, or you can aim your shot because it has an arc. Damn it. This is a pretty good game. The graphics are good. It's fun. And it can, and it sounds good on the old version of the SID chip as well. miss this blorpy, grumbly, farty era of music. Get some fun, wow, talking is hard right now. One friend described it as very beatboxy. And I like that idea. Party slash positive. Damn it. Like, the animation on this is pretty good, too. And jump. Alright, well, too late now. I'm owning it. Jump. Alright. Jump. He's so happy, look at him. I love flying. This is the greatest moment of my life every day. Yay! Uh-oh. How am I supposed to do this? This is a very strange mechanic. This I don't like. I don't like this part right here, in particular. Because the moment I land on the lily, it unloads my projectiles. Okay. Is that a cave? It is. There's nothing in it. Interesting. Oh. Careful. Jump. I'll get that little guy up there. And we're off. Geez, so I have to go down there. Alright. Oh, it's not a lily. That's why I was confused. It's a rock. I thought I had to jump over it. Well, it's nice that there's checkpoints. I almost lost my first hit point. And I lost it there. Great. And jump. And jump. Jump. So apparently the sequel to this is insanely gory. You're so excited. What's going on? What are you excited for? Now I got to know. Oh. Something tells me like that guy was invulnerable. I was trying to get around him. Me and my long distance are going to the Amazing Digital Circus finale theatrical premiere. I heard that had was gonna have a theater finale, which I think is a pretty neat idea. At the same time, long distance bestie, I got too excited and forgot to add the word. I was like, long distance what? That's long distance bestie. That sounds like a great time, because isn't it supposed to be in theaters first? And then to the public second? If so, I imagine you're gonna have a great time. So So long as everybody else doesn't start being weird. In theaters in June from the 4th to the 7th, premieres digitally the 19th. Okay, so it's not that far off. Okay, so oh, I remember this mechanic. Some of the creatures are invincible until you destroy that. There's some little obelisk or something that keeps them alive. That keeps them invincible. Alive and invincible. And boom. We're gonna be on opposite sides of the theater because the seats were nearly sold out, but we're gonna be there. I remember there was a show that Sunfall recommended I go to when I was in Vegas called Absinthe. Uh-oh. What is that? And what he told me was... Well, he told me I should go. And then a friend I made at the convention and I went, but the seats were nearly sold out, so we sat on the opposite ends too. And he was telling his wife about it later, so he's like, so who did you go with? It's like, oh yeah, I went with Henry, a guy I met at the convention. It's like, so you went together? It's like, yeah, and sat on opposite ends. Oh my god, he just sniped me from the... So it's like, so you all... So you went to the show. It's like, yeah, on exact opposite ends of the theater. It's like, yeah. Sorry, the stage. It's like, yes. So you didn't go together. It's like, yes, we did. But you're on opposite ends. That's not together. It's like, well, we were all enjoying it. And he goes, yeah, well, Henry waved at me once in a while from the other side. It was either sit apart or sit in the front, and I am not ruining the viewing experience so we can sit together. Not like we're gonna talk. Well, yeah, I mean, like, you normally shouldn't be talking when watching the film, unless it's at home. No, and good theaters have a bar in them, so you can always hang out with your friend beforehand, too. Alright, let's give this another go now that I'm figuring out what the hell's going on. We'll probably spend a day or two together. Usually we do when he's in town. I was like, yeah, you got tons of time to hang out, so it doesn't have to be in the theater. You're never too old for sleepovers. That's bullshit meant to shrink your social circle. Have sleepovers right now. I mean, adults have sleepovers too. That's what the guest room is. For sleepovers. Except you each get bedrooms, so you can put your medication and your like, I don't know, your neck and back pillow there. Because you're old now. Ah, fuck. Okay, that's one feature I like about this. If you get hit, it doesn't just leave you to figure it out. It eliminates the enemy, so you don't have to like try and get your bearings. It just says like, all right, you fucked her. We'll get you. We'll give you a freebie. Oh no. Do I have to fight that weird double slime thing again? Yes. As a local redacted year-old, you gotta let yourself have sleepovers. It's way easier to find a night your friend is free rather than a day. It's true. Houses have guest rooms for a reason. Have that friend over. Damn, he's going fast. Right. I don't get why they change colors. I think is that supposed to happen? I'm getting rid of this thing so I don't have to deal with it on the way over. And then he just falls. Just biffs it. I think I need as much time as I can get. Oh, I can move and jump. Okay, so when I do the charge, I can't move. But I guess I can if I'm jumping? Well, in that case, come here, you. Okay, well that got reset. Damn it. I tried to be clever about it. It didn't work. Did the sound change? Did the music change? Cause yeah. If you haven't watched Digital Circus, I think you'd like it. I have watched it. I do like it quite a bit. Oh my god. I completely looped that. I think it's done really well. And like I've seen some of Gooseworks' other works. And I really like most of them. Actually, I can't think of a Gooseworks Something from Gooseworks that I didn't like. I'm so terrified. I think one of my favorites was Darby. Was it Darby Boxman? I love her work. It's so great. I'm trying to remember some of the others. Isn't there like Jump Mo or something? That one was fun. Little Runmo. That's what it is. Sorry, Little Runmo. And the Meatball Man. And Blue Channel. I forget Blue Channel. I want to go back and look at it. Wasn't there there was another one I remember. It was it's like a little bounty hunter. I forget what that one is. Oh. I have a really big hitbox in this, don't I? Alright. Last life. It's just us in here. I'm so tempted to talk spoilers for the latest episode, but I must refrain for VOD viewers. Yeah, please no spoiling. Jump. Alright. Now there's some pro gaming right there. I am video gaming. The video game. Careful. There. precision. The game would look like this, and you'd look at the manual and the creatures would be hyper-realistic beasts with talons and teeth. I'm gonna look for the box art here, but I could there was something about the art style I really liked about it. I might look it up at the next level screen. Oh, this is the boss. And I fucked up. I think the last time I did this, I was just being a cheating bastard and I just ran off. Okay. Now, I think they threw a bone here. I think that one-up stays. Yes, it does. So that's damn decent of them. I think they made them like really cute in the manual, but I'll have to check. Okay, just run, just run, just run. Oh, fuck. I did it. Oh my god. So you can take on the boss, or you can run like a bitch. And I am not above being running away like a little bitch. You better be more careful. It may get slightly rough out there. Slightly rough. I made it out on a technicality. I hope there is something here that takes your fancy. Droopy. Super Droopy A. Fireball. Fall up. Run like a bitch or abstain from violence like a pacifist. Yes, I was a pacifist. Yes, we'll say a pacifist. Random realistic hot women. Curly Whirly, Lamer, Scatterball, Information, Exit. Music's good too, I love it. Okay. Creepy caves, followed by watery falls. I thought I equipped it. Or did I not have... Oh, maybe I didn't have enough to actually do it. Because, yeah, I was saying wiggly. I think I grabbed the wiggly one, didn't I? Yeah, I like just out of nowhere. They're like, yeah, look at all this cartoony shit. Oh yes, this completely normal lady is here, by the way. How does that fit in? I don't know, the artist just really wanted to do it. I mean, like, well, they make the art, let them. I think I'm being set up. Is this a trap? Hey, Carbon, how you doing? You doing good? I hope so. We're just getting... Well, we're doing an acceptance test. And by an acceptance test, I mean an excuse to play video games. But I got a new device to simulate a disk drive. And it is working really well. So a lot of the things I thought were hardware problems were just... My disk drive solution was not simulating the disk drive correctly, and I guess was either loading in garbage or was like had fucked up timings, and so data was incorrect. I'm doing all right. How's the gaming? I'm doing my best, and my best is not good. But we are playing the video game, and it's working. Like, this game very easily shits the bed, and it's been holding together great. Like, normally I'd have conked out during the first level. Fixed all the hardware, only to realize the issue was software. Yeah, you have no idea how many parts I've changed out in this. Honestly, there are only, I think, 3 things in this that are Commodore original, and that's the processor and the 2 video chips. And I was still having problems, so it's like, okay, this isn't right. This is impossible. Have you heard of the Ship of Theseus? Yeah, it's no longer the basket case. The basket case is gone a long time ago. So Carbon, you had a debut on Friday, didn't you? Or is that upcoming? Or is that this Friday? Congratulations on that. If so, I hope everything went well. That was last Friday, and thank you. Well, congratulations! Oh, I goofed that. I must say, you've done a lot of development. I'm really impressed with it. I mean, like, granted, it is not that I'm an authority on anything of the sort, but... Oh, no, this guy's gonna shoot stuff at me from afar. I have to go around him. Alright. So somewhere around here should be... Oh, this is it. Okay. There we go. Now I'm getting my lives back. So, been up to any good mischief recently? I mean, other than preparing for the debut? It feels like it. When I looked at my last model from 1.5 years ago, it's so much more shaky. Oh. I didn't realize it was going to follow me all the way in. think one of my favorite touches with your model is the closed captioning on the model itself. I think that part's a really nice touch. I've just been busy with work and modeling my funny program, nothing too interesting. Oh, I meant to hit fire, not jump. Oh! So this is how you do... Oh, I can buy different fireballs? Holy shit! I learned something today! Come on. Come on. And then... I know the secret now. Alright. Yeah, work's been pretty bonkers on my end, too. At work I got, without sharing too much, I got tasked with performing an upgrade to this, to this training environment. And, it's quite a mess. And I realized that I formed this bad habit in my later years in my line of work, where I make these e-waste obelisks when I need to build something temporarily. I realize I can figure out now how many projects I've done by how many of these obelisks are kicking around. I got garbage juice on me at work. Oh, glorious. Like, out of my way, assholes, I'm biohazardous. Pow. And flat Mountain Dew, which is arguably worse. Because your hands are left kinda sticky. It's the worst kind of sticky, it's the sugar sticky. Like the glue-like sticky. And because it's Mountain Dew. Also, Mountain... I wouldn't say I dislike Mountain Dew, it's just... that's not my default choice, you know? I'm not gonna fault a guy for liking it. But if you're having that with Doritos, I'm beginning to question how susceptible you are to marketing. Like, holy shit, this fucking works now. How many games on the Commodore 64 did I not finish? It's such a color. Like, a color that should not be. It's like, this looks like what would come out of an automobile. Like, deliberately made this way to ensure it could not be confused for something else. And I love lime soda, but there are some other options. Is Mountain Dew supposed to be lime soda? Because I've never seen, sorry, not seen, I've never interpreted Mountain Dew to be lime soda before. My personal choice is Green River, bit of a retro soda. Okay. My personal, if I had any choice of pop, it would be Boylan's. And Boylan's is one of those, like, oh my god, pop manufacturers who they only do enough business to keep the lights on and pay their folks. That's about it. But if you find Boylan's, like, they make a really good cherry, they make a really good black cherry. They're one of the few that can make birch beer. And their root beer is delicious. Lemon lime is awesome. Jesus fuck, $40 for 4? For Boylan's? They want $40 for a pack of 4? Lemon lime is awesome, but root beer has my pick usually. If not, it's either of those. They've really hiked it up. Like, Boylan's just costs the same as anything else I've found. Like, is there... That better be with shipping included. Oh, that might be what it is. Because when I looked last, Boylan had a bottling and distribution network, and so only storefronts were able to buy Boylan's. It's like regular consumers weren't able to buy a case. So I'm wondering if that's them trying to sell the bottles directly to consumers. Nope, that's without shipping. That's insane. When did it get so expensive? Like, it usually, for me, if I went to the store, it's like $2 for a bottle. Tank it, tank it, tank it. That's on their official website, so I guess they just crank it up for anyone who wants to get it internationally. Oh, maybe that's what it is. I don't care how good their cherry soda is, I'm not paying $40 for 4 bottles. Yeah, that's 10... Oh, no. Oh, come on, that was an edge. Am I... Oh. Well, shit. Yeah, $10 a bottle, massive F. Yeah, I'll say. I was on the right track, too. God damn. Alright, so while this is loading, I gotta go find the creatures... the C64 creatures manual. So I think what they did is they went the opposite way, where they made everything, like, really cute. Okay, so that's just raw text. No, that's the Amiga and Atari version. Well, actually, let's see if the second one works. I'm sure it will, but like this is one of the first times in a very long time I'm able to just, well, in a very long time, since ever, I can just load anything I want and it just works. Holy shit. Alright, let's see. Unused graphics. The file menu on side A of the disk version has the following hidden text in it. Clyde Radcliffe says, give him some shit. Okay. Weren't your trouble files? Let's see. I can't find a manual. But some of the art, yeah, some of the art in this, they decided to go really cartoony. Oh yeah, they decided to go the cutesy, cartoony route. So the interesting bit is, in one of these versions, it's supposed to be surprisingly gory. There are like these stages where you're supposed to get your, like your, what's the word? Like your friends out of dangerous situations, and all of them are particularly gruesome, like getting crushed with a press or getting chopped up with a chainsaw. Alright. Return quits. Okay, so return. Insert the main disk side and press space. Okay, bouton. Disk 2. Mount read only. Press space. There we go. Well, this didn't crash, which is pretty good. Things are going good. Things are working. Things are succeeding. Well, what else did I do today? Well, I was helping my sibling with their computer. That I feel so terrible. Their that computer of theirs is right hooped. Oh. Apex Computers. Sorry, Apex Computer Production. I'll tell you, I never even got this to load last time. Torture screen 1, pressed for time. Oh my god, look at them. Look at them go. The best worst little guys. I'm just gonna let them go across. Just for a little bit. Okay, we're good. Okay, so this isn't... Okay, so this is interesting, how the gameplay has changed. So in this one, it's... You have a timer. Ah. I love that emote. That emote brings joy. I am really not good at this. I'll figure out Can you believe that I've played video games before? Because you really can't tell here, can you? Oh. Okay. Game over. Oh no. And just so I can be involved, I'll put an emote in too. There we go. There we go. Oh, look at all the creative ways to die. Holy hell. I'm good at video games, I swear. Okay. I think I know what to do. I think I know. Nope, I don't. Okay, there we go. I'm figuring it out. Jump, jump. Clyde, the press, hurry, they're gonna put him in the press. Clyde. Clyde, they're gonna die, Clyde. It's gonna be your fault, Clyde. Clyde, holy shit. Wow, I'm... Okay, maybe we'll do this. Oh, it's these guys again. Except easier. I say as I die. Can I blow flames at them from the... Oh. Is it me? Am I just bad at video games, or is this much harder? Is that supposed to be Sonic? Did I mention that before? Okay, so I have to go back on the other side. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get at least one. At least one level. I'm good. I'm good at video games. Affirmations. I'm good at video games. My hand-eye coordination is good. Okay, I don't know what that does, but... Did I just screw up? I think I did. I did screw up. I'm not gonna put my friends in a press. I have nothing to worry about. Okay. Boy, I sure hope they don't put my friends in a press. My friends. Okay, so I'm gonna go about this another way. I'm gonna get these guys first. He touched a green. Touched a green, I dyed it. I'm good at games, I swear. You've seen me. You've seen me. You've seen me play games. Just remember, Henry, believe in Yeeb. I believe in Meeb. They really don't give me a lot of room in there. Okay. Okay. I get... That's like pixel perfect. Okay, I'm gonna try and be clever about this. He says as he completely screws it up. So remember, I can jump while charging a shot. So if I can get up there and charge a shot, that should help. That's my new plan. My plan is failing. My plan's failing. That's fine. That's fine. My plan worked. Oh, so it is just charge the shot and get over there. Okay. Alright. Jump. 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 Alright, so there's... Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no. Ah, fuck. Okay. Well, I got most of the way, I just couldn't figure out the ending bit. Oh, fuck. Alright. New goal. Get at least one level. That's Gore. That's Gore of my comfort character. It's okay. It's all cute, though. Cutesy Gore. Alright, jump, and jump, and jump, and jump. I love this weird era where games were kind of a free-for-all and didn't really have age ratings, so you could kind of do whatever as long as it didn't have boobies. You can crush these poor little innocent creatures in a press, but the moment you see one barren breast, then suddenly that's the inappropriate spot. That's the inappropriate bit. Now you're taking it too far. Well, I did it way too late. But now I figured it out. So there was a chain holding it on. Damn it, too slow. Okay. Now I'm just getting the timing a little off here. There. Oh, I clipped it. Okay. Not quite close enough. There. I still don't know what that potion does. Don't understand it. Kaboom. Oh. Okay. So now I know what to do. So what's interesting is they changed it from being a platformer to being a real puzzle platformer. I'd go so far as to say that this is a puzzle. Henry, I kind of think the game might be Henry, I think this game might be kind of bad. That was shenanigans. I think I know what it wants me to do. Wait a minute. I know what the potion does now. Okay. Maybe my standards are low because, you know, retro games. So the potion gives me that sniping power, which lets me shoot that lever from quite a ways away. And I fucked up. Something tells me that by the time I get this, it's going to be the 4-hour mark. So that'll be when we call it. Back in the day, the game was a 10 out of 10 if it was completable. It was 10 out of 10 if it, This game killed my wife. 8 out of 10. Would have been 10 out of 10 if she was still here. Like, this is still the first level, by the way. So now, if I look at my powers, I now have the snipey power. Now, kaboom! My son loves this game so much he starts shaking and convulsing and foaming at the mouth whenever the bright, flashy intro comes on. 9 out of 10. Would have been 10, but he's gotten dumber since playing it. Oh, I ran out of time. Okay. I've got it. I have a plan. Let's execute the plan. Phase 1, done. Jump, 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 jump. Phase 2. I love how you can see Henry get progressively more panicked as the little guy approaches the press, like, oh no, what do I do? Phase 3. Complete. Yeah. That was the most stressful moment of my life. Look at him. That's okay. We have little dancing creatures. Look at them. Look at them dance. Look at how happy they are. Watch this, I'm gonna disappoint all of them. The interlude. Funky Forest. Oh. I don't understand. So this guy just throws a creature off a cliff. We catch him with the trampoline. Then he gets injured, and then we come in as an ambulance. The distance of cute visuals and straight up actual gore is so crazy. They put so much animation effort into the gore. It's not like cartoon green blood or anything, it's blood. So, fire doesn't do anything, jump doesn't do anything, and moves the trampoline, which doesn't seem to do anything. And if I'm not perfectly square, he gets injured. So I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. Down jump, right, up fire. This is just the game, it's just this forever. Perhaps. Okay. Okay, so I obviously fucked something up. Oh. Cha-cha, 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 cha-cha. Cha-cha, cha-cha. Cha-cha, cha-cha. I'm sure the Creatures 2 manual says what to do. So maybe during the interlude, I'll look at the manual really quick. There. Okay. So now I gotta check here. Creatures 2 manual. No, not that Creatures. The other one. The Commodore one. Solving the torture screens requires being creative and quick. This section will explain how to complete them with some instructions. Okay, interlude. After completing each torture screen, Clyde teams up with the rescued Fuzzy Wuzzy. They must use the trampoline to bounce a designated amount of Fuzzy Wuzzies to safety, which are being thrown by a monster on the top of the screen over the edge. If the Fuzzy Wuzzies are bounced carefully, they can be used to collect bonus coins. Remember, 5 coins is 1 life. Interludes may have a flying enemy. If it catches the Fuzzy, you have to rescue them again. Right, but the problem is I can't move. Move left and right, shoot current weapon, interlude. Oh, holding fire and then moving left and right tilts the trampoline, so that's how you move them. I love how manual art will either be hyper-detailed renders of what the characters are supposed to look like, or just like literal interpretations of the sprites. Clyde is a black blob with red arms in the game. He's a black blob with red arms in the art. And I love it. I must say, I shouldn't like this as much as I do, but... And I killed them. You know what I'll do? I'm just gonna stay here. Because this goes on for 3 minutes. Because what the interlude is I'm supposed to survive without entering a single one of these guys for the time, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So if I don't move, it'll time out and we'll be okay. And yeah, 5 coins is an extra life. But I just want to get to the next level. Because like we're almost near quitting time here, so I don't want to start all over again if I don't have to. But we also don't get any bonus points. I know. Hey, that's not true. We have 990 bonus points. I like how the bird is just a blob. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Save 8. I think that's a bat. Is that supposed to be a bat? That is a very happy bat. It's okay, we got 2 minutes left. You know what I can do? I'm gonna have one of these big old peanut butter cups. is going to be a great time. Yeah. Yeah, stuff your mouth full of peanut butter and finish it in 2 minutes. And you genius. Aw. That's alright. I'm too smart for this game. Oh, yeah. Something tells me this is not the way to do it. Well, something tells me. I know this isn't the way to do it. I just want to see how this turns out. Alright, 50 seconds. If you choke and die doing that, I'm gonna come to your grave to point and laugh. I will say, how I want to go out is really fucking funny. I don't care what it is, it's just gotta be really funny. He died doing what he loved, choking on a peanut butter cup. Yeah, with it blinking red, I'm starting to think that this was not the correct way to do it. And I have 0 lives left. I thought I was so smart, but it turns out the game outsmarted me, trying to outsmart it. Well, that's quitting time. Yes. I say as I... Yeah. You know what we'll do? I'm gonna use up my lives here. It's not gonna be that difficult to do, to be honest. There we go. And you know what we'll do? We'll check out one more demo. That's what we'll do. We'll do another demo to wrap up. If I was better at video games... You know what? I think I'll revisit Creatures 2. I really think so. I love shapes and colors, yippee! Let's do it. Alright, so we got... Okay, so we did Edge of Disgrace. We did Too Old to Roar and Roll. We did Wonderland. We've done Edge of Disgrace before, but we've never done it successfully. But then we have Next Level Performers and E2 Ira. So... Shapes and colors! Okay, if it's shapes and colors, we'll do Edge of Disgrace, or do we want to do a new one? I'm inclined to do a new one, actually. Unless there's something otherwise. We'll do a new one. Alright. Run the disc. And that gives me the opportunity to choke on a peanut butter cup. Oh. Ah, they duped us out. These would all be fantastic Adult Swim bumpers. That, I think, is one of the highest honors you could give a demo scener. This could be on Adult Swim. Have your shit on Adult Swim. You should really get off your computer. Or don't. We don't care. Adult Swim. See, this one's cool. Being able to transition effects like that? Alright, well fine, we'll flip the disc. Oh, a magnifying glass. A magnifying lens. That's neat. I like that. With just any of these demos playing, they're already bordered in black and everything. It's actually very rare to have a game or a, yeah, it's pretty rare to have a game or an application that doesn't operate with a border. We saw some, like the Creatures 2, I think didn't have a border on it. But that is a demo scene trick to take the border out. There was one demo, I think it was like a year back. It was made by this composer. I'm forgetting his name at the moment. But it was simply called 9. And what it was is it was presented like Babby's first demo of a magician made in Petski, which is like the character set, the default like text character set, drawing 9 items on screen. But what was really neat about it is it was done in a way that it actually followed tactics used in Magic. And what really made it resonate with everyone was that for people who aren't in demo scene, it was just a fun, cute thing, but it made all the people in the demo scene really listen, because it deliberately misled them. Because it would start to do things that were impossible. Technically impossible. I need an actual game that uses these effects. I know the whole thing is you're pushing the tech to its limits and it can't do this normally, but it would be so sick. What I think would be cool is if somebody in a modern game used these effects. Like did these types of tricks. Or something like some modern analog to these types of effects. But yeah, what really got the demo demo coders interested in that demo was that it lulled them into a false sense of security because it looked like just somebody's first program that they made. But then it started doing things that shouldn't be possible and that the demo coders didn't think was possible. And the guy who wrote this demo knew that the demo coders were going to look in the code, so he started doing misdirection in code as well. But then later, a few weeks later, he said he would describe how he did it, because the point wasn't to lord it over people, it was to pique interest. Not that Faith is based on the Commodore, but you get my point. You can pull a Faith and just wear the skin of a Commodore game and put these effects in it. Yeah, and what I liked about it was it wore the skin of like the Atari 8-bit line of computers, I think is what it was trying to follow. Feeling great. Oh man, I'm stuck in the... I'm stuck in the pentagonal prison again. This sucks. I feel like I bring up Faith a lot here. I'm not apologizing. It's just I'm autistic and love the Priest Yowie game. I mean, it's a good game. There's a reason it got sequels. I'm just really sick of the fact that somebody found the hand-done C port of software automatic mouth for the Commodore 64, by the way, and just uses it everywhere. It was neat like the first 5 times, but now I'm sick of it. That's my only grievance. Actually no, there's 2 grievances. When modern YouTubers mix up Microsoft SAM and software automatic mouth from Don't Ask Software, which is the Commodore one. Arise for us, it means more than just those 5 letters. For the last 30 years, it has been our deep connection. We salute the ones that were with us, are with us, and those who will be in the years to come. There will always be reasons to keep your eyes wide open. Fuck, I'm trapped in the dodecahedron that makes you gay. And E2 Ira. A demo by Brothers in Arts. Bimmer Jammer, Luke Rodney... Oh, I missed that. Demo. Oh, the pre-intro. The thing that duked us out. The real intro. Walking Cube in Space. Credits. Light casting a ball. Some of these are really creative. Split Vector. And our favorite. Flip Disk. High-res rotator. Rotating bars. FPP. Okay, this one is light sourcing. I will say the light sourcing one was pretty cool. No borders wipe. Dodecahedron inside. Okay, but that's not Faith Dev's fault that those whippersnappers not knowing shit about fuck. That's true. It's not their fault, and they are one of, I think, the first like modern games that flip disc for side 4. Just kidding. Yeah, it's not their fault that the average person doesn't know better. And that YouTubers say confidently the wrong shit. 2022, that's right. That's 4 years ago. This game, sorry, not game. This demo was done. Pretty cool, huh? Well, you know, this was a roaring success. I hope everyone who made these got work in the industry. They do deserve it. And they deserve to work at a game studio that won't screw them out of their bonus at the time of release. They all deserve to be happy, healthy, and fulfilled in their lives. When I talk about, like, video games being an art, the ability for a video game to be an art form or a form of expression, I know demos don't really fit into that, but that I think is a pretty good example. And you know what? This worked out perfectly. We're at about 5 minutes to the 4 hours here. So, you know what? I think I have a good idea as to where we should go. Let me see here. Let me see if they're on. So we got somebody playing Super Mario Brothers. I say somebody. So we have one streamer we can go to. They're playing Super Mario Brothers right now. And the other is trying to do... Well, I say trying to do. Is doing a run-through of Quest 64 for the Nintendo 64. So which would we like to do? Quest 64 or Super Mario? Super Mario World. "21st century. Quest 64, let's go! Okay, that's one vote for Quest 64. I'm down for that too. Alright, so how about we do this? And if you don't have the emote, we'll do the good old-fashioned emote raid message. Alright. Copy. I'll just make sure that's there. Alright, so we're gonna raid over to... I gotta make sure this is right. Did I get that right? Yes, I did. So this here is Professor Bloom. They do singing, they run a choir, and they also do retro games on real hardware. So be good. I know you all will, and I think you're gonna have fun there. You can I think you can do a redeem to make them sing a song. So, as always, thank you all for swinging by. There's tons of ways to spend your night, and you chose to spend it here, and I appreciate that a lot. I'm gonna be bad, just because you told me not to. No, I added that part. I'm gonna be bad. Don't you do it. There's also a redeem to be scolded. So, as always, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, so I'm not gonna tell you to stay out of trouble, but all I ask is that if you do get in trouble, you make sure it's the good kind of trouble. And you all stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.